we will write, we need to subtract 4p square q minus 3pq plus 5pq square minus 8p plus 7q minus 10 from 18 minus 3p minus 11q plus 5pq minus 2pq square plus 5p square q. Okay, so these two expressions we need to subtract, and from which, from the second one you have to subtract. So therefore you write difference is equal to, okay, since you need to subtract from the first expression, you write the first expression first, second expression first, 18 minus 3p minus 11q plus 5pq minus 2pq square plus 5p square q minus, since I don't have space on my first line, so I'm writing in the next line, try to write the entire expression in the first line. Okay, so minus 4p square q minus 3pq plus 5pq square minus 8p plus 7q minus 10. Okay, so now we open the brackets in the next step, just as we do normally when we subtract 18 minus 3p minus 11q plus 5pq minus 2pq square plus 5p square q. Now when you open the brackets, remember the sign change. Here we have a plus sign, so this plus sign here will change to a minus sign. 4p square q, this minus sign will change to a plus sign. 3pq, again this plus sign will change to a minus sign. 5pq square, again this minus sign will change to a plus sign, plus 8p, again the next plus sign will change to a minus sign, 7q, and here this minus sign will change to a plus sign. Okay, once we have written this, once we open the brackets, we now look for the terms that are like terms. Okay, so what are the like terms? You have a constant term 18 here. Any other constant term that you can see? There is another constant term which is 10, so we write them together, 18 plus 10. Next you see there is a 3p here. Any other p's that you see here? Yes, there is an 8p here, right? So we write them together. So minus 3p plus 8p. Okay, so we write the p's together. Next, what we see is a minus 11q. And any other q's here? Yes, we have a minus 7q also. So minus 11q minus 7q. Okay. And next you have a pq here. Okay, so pq, any other pq's here? Yes, you have a 3pq here and no other pq's. Okay, so we write plus 5pq plus 3pq. Next, I have a minus 2pq square. This one. Any other pq square? Yes, I have a pq square here, right? So we write them together. So minus 2pq square minus 5pq square. Okay. Next, p square q I have. Any other p square q's here? Yes, I have a p square q here. So I'll write, they're already together, but still we'll write p square q minus 4p square q. Okay, so I have covered all the terms here. Okay, when I'm writing this, okay, it is better when you are doing the sum, do not give these signs. Okay, When you're doing your sums in your copy, do not give these signs. What you can do is you can use your pencil to give these signs. Okay. You can use a pencil to give these signs. Once you finish the step, then you can erase them. Is that understood?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to see these signs in your copies or in your examinations. Okay. This is just for your understanding that I'm doing. Next one, and in the next step, we simply add. So 18 plus 10 here is 28. And minus 3 plus 8 will give you a plus 5p. Okay. So now if you add these two, minus 11 minus 7 will give you a minus 18 q. Now if you add these two, you will get 5 plus 3, 8. So 8pq. Now if you add these two, you will get minus 2 minus 5 will give you a minus 7 pq square. And if you add these two, 5 minus 4 is 1. So you simply write plus p square q. And that is what is required. This is the required subtraction. Clear? This is your answer. Fine. So we'll proceed to the next one if you don't have any problem here. And the next one is, I think, number 6 I have done here. Yes. Number 6. Or after 5, 3, I've done number 7. Okay, fine. We'll do number 7 then. Let's proceed with number 7. So here we have number 7. The question here is, let me just write the question for you. What must be subtracted from 3a square minus 5ab minus 2b square minus 3 to get 5a square minus 7ab minus 3b square plus 3. Okay. So this is the question here. What must be subtracted from this to get this? Now, before going into this problem, I ask you a simple question. Okay. What must be subtracted from 7 to get 4? How do you do this problem?
Sir, 7 plus 4.
7 plus 4. What must be subtracted from 7 to get 4? What must be, how much must
Sorry,
be
sir. Sorry,
reduced?
sir. Sorry, sir.
3, sir, 3.
3, 3. 7
3.
minus
But
4.
how are you getting 3? You are getting
7 minus 4.
7 minus 4. That is what you are doing, right? Isn't it? So if I say what must be subtracted from 7 to get 4, what are we actually doing? We are doing 7 minus 4. So what we need to do? We need to subtract 7 minus 4, isn't it? That means this expression needs to be subtracted. I mean the second expression here needs to be subtracted from the first one. Am I right? Isn't it? If you compare, the second expression has to be subtracted from the first one. If you consider the first expression as 7 and the second expression as 4, then what needs to be subtracted from the first expression to get the second expression? You simply need to subtract the second expression, that is 4, from the first expression, which is 7. 7 minus 4, isn't it? So that is what we do. So what you do here is, you say, we need to subtract okay, now who's Sonu here? I don't know anyone by the name Sonu. Who's Sonu? Yes.
Sir, classmate.
Yes. Is he a member of your class?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
So,
sir.
so we need to subtract 5a squared, the second expression, from the first expression. Right? So therefore you write, therefore difference is equal to 3a square minus 5ab minus 2b square minus 3 minus 5a square minus 7ab minus 3b square plus 3. Right? Now we open the brackets and continue our subtraction as we do. So 3a square minus 5ab minus 2b square minus 3 minus 5a square. And we change the sign of whatever term that we have inside the brackets. So from plus 5a square, this becomes minus 5a square. Minus 7ab becomes a plus 7ab. Minus 3b square becomes a plus 3b square. And plus 3a becomes a minus 3a. Now we look for like terms. 3a square is here and minus 5a square is here. So we take them together. 3a square minus 5a square. Okay. What else is there? Next term is ab. So what are the ab terms here? So you see a 5a minus 5ab. Any other ab's here? Yes, there is a 7ab also.
7AB, 7AB.
So minus 5ab plus 7ab. And then you have minus 2b square. Any other b square there? Yes, there is a 3b square also. Minus 2b square plus 3b square. Okay, next you have a constant term, minus 3, right? Minus 3. Any other constant terms here? No other constant term. So minus 3 remains alone. And the only term that is left here is this one, minus 3. So we write this as it. Okay. So now we need to do the subtraction. 3 minus 5 is minus 2. So this becomes minus 2a square. Minus 5 plus 7 is plus 2. So this becomes plus 2ab. 3 minus 2 is 1. So this becomes simply b square. And these two are, since they are alone, we write them as they are. Okay. So this is what we get. So what needs to be subtracted? Hence we write our answer. Hence minus 2a square plus 2ab plus b square minus 3 minus 3a must be subtracted from 3a square minus 5ab minus 2b square minus 3 to get 5a square minus 7ab minus 3b square plus 3. Then that is your answer. No problem here.
No problem.
Then we'll continue with the last problem of this exercise, number 8. Unless you have any other problem from this exercise, we'll conclude this exercise and move on to multiplication. Okay. So I hope you don't have any other problem. If you have, please mention to me now. Okay. Or you can send it in a written form to me on your WhatsApp group so that I can help you out with that problem. So the next
Sir.
question, yes, tell me.
Sir, can you please again explain me why you have subtracted the first one from the last one?
See, if I give you this question, what must be subtracted from 7 to get 4? And what should be your answer?
Sir,
3, right?
3.
How are we getting 3? 7 minus
Sir,
4.
by subtraction.
7 minus 4, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So that is why if you consider this expression as 7 and this expression as 4, you need to subtract. You need to subtract this from this. Understood?
Okay, sir.
That's why. Next, let us write the question. The perimeter of a triangle is 7p square minus 5p plus 11. And two of its sides are p square plus 2p plus 1 and 3p square minus 6p plus 3. Find the third side of a triangle. Find the third side of the triangle. Now, I hope all of you know the meaning of perimeter. What is the meaning of perimeter? You know
For
perimeter?
the boundary.
The
Yes,
sum
sir.
of the length of the boundaries. Okay. Perimeter is the sum of the length of the boundaries. Understood? Sum of the lengths of the boundaries. Okay. Example, if I give you this triangle here, okay, and I say that suppose this triangle is ABC, and if I tell you that the sides here are 4 centimeters, 5 centimeters, and 10 centimeters, then what should be the perimeter? The perimeter will be equal to
Sir, 19.
The
yes,
19
4
centimeter.
plus 5 plus 10, which is equal to 19 centimeters. You all know this, right? So therefore, that means perimeter is nothing but the sum of the boundaries. Now let's see in the light of this problem, what the perimeter means here. So here, this time, perimeter is given to be perimeter is given to be 7p square minus 5p plus 11. Okay. And what are the two sides given? Two sides are given to be p square plus 2p plus 1 and 3p square minus 6p plus 3. Let us say I assume the side AB to be p square. This side, let us say, I assume to be p square plus 2p plus 1. Okay. So I say let AB. By AB, I mean this side. All of you know how to write the sides of the triangle, right? You have done it in class 7.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
So 7p square
Yes.
minus 5p plus 11. So I say, suppose AB is equal to this. Okay. And the other side here is given to be this 3p square minus 6p plus 3. Let us say I say BC is this. So 3p square minus 6p plus 3. Okay. So I write here, let BC is equal to 3p square minus 6p plus 3. Now the question is, what is the third side? So what is the remaining side here? This side remains, isn't it? Let us say, if this side remains, this side is what? AC, isn't it? This side is what? AC, right? So what is the definition of the perimeter? What is the perimeter of
Sum
this
of all
triangle?
sides.
Sum of all sides. Therefore, what should be the perimeter of this triangle? Perimeter of this triangle will be AB. So the length of the side AB plus the length of the side BC plus the length of the third side AC, isn't it? So let us write, what is the length of AB given here? 7p square minus 5p plus 11. The length of the side BC is given to be 3p square minus 6p plus 3. And we don't know the length of AC. So let's write AC as it is. Okay. Now we simplify this a little. We open the brackets first. 7p square minus 5p plus 11. Since there's a plus sign, we don't need to change the signs. There's a plus sign outside this bracket here, right? We don't need to change the signs. 3p square minus 6p plus 3. And you have AC as it is. Okay. So now what are the like terms here? 7p square, 3p square. So we take them together. 7p square plus 3p square. Next p I have minus 5p and I have a minus 6p. I write them together, minus 7p minus 6p. Okay. And I have this 11 here and I have this 3 here. So plus 11 plus 3. Okay. So now when I add up, 7 plus 3 will give me a 10. So this becomes 10p square. Minus 5 minus 6 will give me an 11. So this becomes minus 11p. And plus 3, and of course I've forgotten to write AC here. So AC is always there. And you have a plus 3 and you have AC. Then so this is the perimeter. But according to the problem, what is the perimeter given? According to the problem, what is the perimeter? How much is the perimeter given according to the problem? Perimeter is this, right? 7p square minus 5p plus 11. Isn't it? So now, what is the perimeter we have found above? This. So we write this here, 10p square minus 11p plus 3 plus EC. This is the perimeter, and this must be equal to 7p square minus 5p plus 11. Now you have done simple equations in class 7.
Yes, sir.
So what is the rule for
Yes,
simple
sir.
equation? What is the rule for simple equation?
Yes, sir.
When we take one term to the other side, when we take suppose 10p square to the other side, it becomes minus, right? So what we do is we take 10p square to the other side, we take 11p to the other side, and we take 3 to the other side. So what do we get? AC is equal to, we write this as it is, 7p square. We write 7p square minus 5p plus 11. And since we are taking 10p square to the other side, from plus 10p square, it becomes minus 10p square. From minus 11p, it becomes plus 11p. And from plus 3, this becomes minus 3. Okay. Now we take the p squares together. Now this is, you have a 7p square here, you have minus 10p square. Take them together. 7p square minus 10p square. Take the p's together, minus 5p plus 11p. And they are taking these two together, right? And finally you take 11 and minus 3 together. So plus 11 minus 3. So clearly 7 minus 10 is minus 3. So this becomes minus 3p square. Minus 5 plus 11 is how much? 6 plus 6. And 11 minus 3 is how much? Plus 8. Right? So this is your side AC. Hence, length of the third side AC is equal to minus 3p square plus 6p plus 8. Any questions on this problem?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
If not, then we move on to the next concept, which is called the multiplication of algebraic expressions. Okay, we have discussed addition, we have discussed subtraction. Next, we discuss multiplication. Multiplication. This notes I have not sent you. I'll send it to you today. Okay, multiplication of algebraic expressions. Okay, in this, when you are doing multiplication, we'll be using one rule of exponents. In class 7, I'm sure you have done this rule of exponents. e
Yes,
to the
sir.
power of m
Yes,
into
sir.
e to the power of n is equal to e to the power of m plus n. You have done this, right? So example of this can be, suppose if I am to multiply x square with x cube, how do I multiply? Since the bases are same, this is called the base, right? X is the base, and 2 and 3 are called powers, right? When the bases are same, we can add the powers. X to the power of 2 plus 3 is equal to x to the power of 5, right? You have done this.
Yes, sir.
Next,
Yes, sir.
suppose if I want to multiply x with x to the power of 4, how do I do it? X to the power of 1 plus 4 is equal to x to the power of 5, and so on, right? Now the powers can be fractions also, doesn't matter, but normally in this we will not come across fractions, but you can add up fractional powers also. Here I have taken only non-negative powers, 2 and 3. I've taken 1 and 4, isn't it? But powers can be fractional also. But here you will not come across fractional power. When we'll be discussing exponents, then we'll be dealing with fractional powers. Okay, so for the time being, we discuss this. Now, first, what we discuss here is multiplication of a monomial by a monomial. Case 1. Multiplication of a monomial with a monomial. Okay, let us discuss this with the help of an example. Suppose the question is multiply, or let's say find the product of. Find the product of, say, number 1, 2x cube y cube and minus 3xy square. And the second one is 7ab minus 4a square b square c square and minus 3bc cube. Okay, so we'll just do these two today and end the class for today. So how do you do these two? So question is, we need to multiply 2x cube y cube and minus 3xy square. We write therefore product is equal to 2x cube y cube into, because the second term is negative, so we introduce brackets because two signs cannot be together. Okay, so whenever you have to write two signs together, you give a bracket. Okay, so now what happens? See, this you have a plus 2xy cube x cube y cube here, and you have a minus here. Plus and minus will combine to give you a minus sign. Okay, next what you do is you multiply the constant terms here, coefficients. You multiply the coefficients. So you have a 2 and you have a 3, you multiply them. Next you multiply the x's. What are the x's here? X cube and x. So you multiply x cube into x. Okay, and next you multiply the y's together. So you have y cube into y square. Okay, so how much do we get? 3 into 2 is 6, so minus 6, and x to the power of 3, x cube into x will give you x to the power of 3 plus 1 from the laws of exponents, and y to the power y cube into y square will give you y to the power of 3 plus 2. So ultimately the product that you are getting is minus 6x to the power of 4 y to the power of 5. Okay, any questions?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
Second one, we need to multiply. Now you have three terms to multiply, so we need to multiply 7ab minus 4a square b square c square and minus 3bc cube. So therefore, what should be the product? Therefore, product is equal to, multiply these two, 7ab into minus 4a square b square c square, okay, into minus 3bc cube. Okay, so now what you see here is you have a plus 7ab, you have a minus sign here, you have a minus sign here. So what are the signs here? So plus and minus will combine to give you a minus, and this minus and this minus will combine to give you a plus. So ultimately you have a positive sign, which you don't need to write, right? Understood this part? Positive and negative sign
Yes, sir.
combine to give you a minus, and the
Yes,
minus
sir.
and the minus sign combine to give you a plus. Now we shall multiply the coefficients. So give a plus sign, so we don't write the plus sign. 7 into 4 into 3. Okay, because we have multiplied the signs together already, we don't need to take the signs. Or what you can also do is you can do it this way also. If you don't multiply the signs, what you do is you take a plus 7 here, you take a minus 4 here, and you take a minus 3 here. Along with the signs you can take. If you're not multiplying the signs first, you can multiply the signs later also. Okay. And now what you do here is you take a with a square. So you get a into a square. And what else? There's no a here in the third one. So nothing to write here. Next, you have a b. So you have multiply b with b square. And not only that, you also have a b here. Okay. And finally, you have a c here and a c cube here. So c square into c. Now you can multiply these two together, these three, 7 into 4 into minus 3. So these two minuses will combine to give you a plus sign. And 7 into 4 is 28, and 28 into 3 is how much? I think 84. So plus 84. You understood? Either you can multiply the signs here, or you can take these coefficients with their signs, and you can multiply the signs here. Okay. And a into a square will give you a to the power of 1 plus 2. B into b square into b will give you a 1 plus 2 plus 1. You can add the powers. And c here will give you c to the power of 2 plus 3. So ultimately what you're getting is 84 a cube, b to the power of 4, c to the power of 5. And that is the required product. Clear with this? I'll stop here for today.